sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you, get 18% off. We out. All right, man, we back. Goodfella Sports TV. Let's talk a little bit about MMA boxing crossover. And McGregor let some things out the bag yesterday. I leaked our article in the description. I got some behind-the-scenes talk as well about Floyd Mayweather Jr. Possibly fighting the winners of two big MMA fights, one this weekend, I think one down the line, maybe in April. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Want to make a donation to the channel, that link's in the description. Best way to donate is share the video. And don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Get the 18% off the 100% all natural products. But start off with what McGregor said. McGregor said that basically Manny Pacquiao's team, and I'll link this article in the description, got all the videos in there on this topic. And he said Manny Pacquiao team made an offer to fight Conor McGregor. McGregor said that, you know, he just decided to continue his UFC career, and it wasn't the right time. So, I mean, you know, everybody was, you know, talking about Floyd in a phony fight. I think Pacquiao and Pacquiao and Canelo Alvarez and their teams was hitting at Floyd for not fighting real opposition and, you know, fighting a kickboxer and, you know, fighting a MMA fighter and Conor McGregor in a boxing match. People said it didn't count. But yet again, people, idols and people who they ride for in the Hypocrisy in Manny Pacquiao's camp and Canelo Alvarez camp, both were trying to do the same thing. Canelo was open to fighting whoever it was. I think it was Jorge Masvidal. If he said it make money, why not? Manny Pacquiao, on the sly tip, tried to fight Conor McGregor to get that money. And they all doing the same thing Floyd doing. And how can you not say Floyd is not the best of his era? It's crazy. How is he not the fighter of the decade when he washed Canelo Alvarez and he pretty much beat the hell or outboxed Manny Pacquiao? How can you put them above them? One didn't win a round in Canelo Alvarez, and one got beat by Manny Pacquiao. So, like I said, everybody is following his trend. You know, even Manny Pacquiao went over to Rinzen 15 or 17, whatever it was, and he signed a deal to help them promote over there after Floyd Mayweather did it. Mayweather crossing over, getting the bag. Canelo was, I'm open to it. Manny Pacquiao, he tried to fight Conor McGregor. So, like I said before, Conor McGregor said it wasn't the right time. I ain't knocking him for it. He ended up going back into the ring and fighting Khabib, which was a much more anticipated fight. In my opinion, that was the event of combat sports of the decade. I enjoyed that card from top to bottom. And Dana White showed know how to put on a combat sports card. So imagine if you can get him in boxing to replicate that or try to replicate that. That'll be a great thing. But, you know, for Manny Pacquiao, he's just trying to get the bag. He at the end of his career where, you know, he trying to get the money. But where these dudes put their foot in their mouth at, they criticize Floyd for doing it and not fighting them. But they turn around and try to do the same thing Floyd do. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's best to shut up. You know, these dudes be talking trash, and sometimes they just talk, and they walking hypocrites. You know what I'm saying? That's like one of your homeboys saying, man, I don't want to mess with Brittany like that, man. You know, man, don't do it, man. And then you turn around, he coming out of Brittany's house talking, you know, come on, overplay for the underplay. That's what all those people doing. Floyd Mayweather figured out a long time ago, no matter who he beat, what boogeyman he beat, or what he do, he's going to be criticized for it, because that's what comes with being one of the greatest of your era. That's what comes with being an all-time great flyer. That's what comes with being a living legend. That's what comes with being black. It ain't never good enough. When he watched Canelo, he was too young. When he beat Pacquiao, he was too old, but he older than Pacquiao. Then they wanted him to go up and fight Golovkin. You know what I'm saying? They never he would have beat Golovkin. They would have went up and wanted him to fight Vladimir Klitschko. So it ain't never good enough. So these dudes, they follow what Floyd do. They follow what Floyd do. You know, look at Manny Pacquiao trying to backdoor Floyd in. And also to continue on Manny Pacquiao, he's trying to lure Floyd Mayweather back into the boxing ring. You know what I'm saying? This is supposed to be his last year before he retire. But if Floyd, you know, if it's hope that Floyd will fight him, he going to stick around longer than 2020. So for him, you know, it talks about him, and I talked about this yesterday, that he in talks with Al Heyman to make the Errol Spence Jr. fight. Obviously he didn't want to fight Errol Spence Jr. before the accident because I got the drop. Because if Sean Porter would have won, he would have unified 3 belts with Sean Porter in the middle of next year or this year. And he didn't want to do it. If Errol Spence won, then Errol Spence would have the option to fight Danny Garcia, and that's what y'all see happen after Errol Spence and Sean Porter. But if Sean Porter won, he would have fought Sean Porter. That's somebody he helped groom, he sparred with coming up. So that lets you know the I don't want to say the fear for Manny Pacquiao, but it was just the ambitions to fight Errol Spence wasn't there until after the accident. He's an opportunist, and there's plenty of opportunities. I would say Sugar Ray Leonard took his opportunist moments. So did Floyd Mayweather. You go on and on again. This ain't nothing new. Sometimes you get a guy at the right time. Hey, you get a guy at the right time. That's life. But for Manny Pacquiao, he believes if he can unify 3 belts and beat Errol Spence, that Floyd Mayweather will come out of retirement to fight him. And it's funny how Floyd said he retired, this, that, and the third, bing, bang, boom. And at the end of the day, he's still clouding over another decade of boxing. Him and Pacquiao ended the 2009 decade, that decade. They ended it talking about a fight. They entered the last decade talking about it. They fought in the middle of the decade, and now at the tail end of the last decade and in the beginning of this decade, they're still talking about it. Floyd Mayweather is still hovering over boxing, and he is a co-owner or co-CEO, whatever you want to call it, or co-founder of Premier Boxing Champions with Al Heyman. He is a boss over there, so he's still pulling the strings. So if you don't think he got an opinion on how it's going down in my young jock voice, man, you crazy. But he's Manny Pacquiao's boss. You know what I'm saying? So Pacquiao still chasing him. Pacquiao think if he could beat Errol Spence and get 3 belts, that'd be the fight Floyd need. And in my opinion, I think Floyd want that fight because I think he want to bless in a big fight at Raider Stadium, with a new Raider Stadium in Las Vegas. The Death Star, that's what I call it. It's all black. So I think he wants to bless that stadium in. I don't think he could bless that stadium in with Khabib or Tony Ferguson. Khabib don't talk enough trash. You know what I'm saying? Conor McGregor talked trash. He built the fight. And white Americans they like Conor McGregor. He like one of them. You know what I'm saying? He talked the talk. He exciting. He matched Floyd flying trash talking. At least he tries. But Manny Pacquiao's trying to get in where he fit in. He want that rematch with Floyd. But I think him and Floyd, other than Conor McGregor, if the stadium ain't ready by the time him and Conor fight, him and Floyd the only one that can fill that stadium up. That's a football arena. That's not the MGM Grand that hold 15, 16,000, T-Mobile to hold 20,000. That thing might hold close to 100,000 seats, people. So that's what's going on right then and there. Now, at the end of the day, Dana White did do an article on boxing scene, and you can go check it out. Just put Dana White boxing in, it should come up. That he said that him and Floyd will be working together, and the only way that Floyd Mayweather and Dana White working relationship actually work is Floyd actually fight. So Floyd is looking to take on the Daniel Cowboy Cerrone and Conor McGregor winner this weekend, or he's looking at Tony Ferguson and the Khabib winner down the line. Now, it depends on when Floyd want to come back. Now, it's been talks that people think Floyd would actually go right into a fight with Manny Pacquiao. There's kind of been some talks, and Pacquiao hoping that Floyd will go right into a fight. But why would you go into a fight with an active Manny Pacquiao? No matter how in shape you've been, no matter how good sparring been, you would think he would need a tune-up, and an MMA fighter would be a tune-up, in my opinion. That would be a tune-up. So I would see him fighting, Conor McGregor or Cerrone first, the winner of that first, and then maybe going into a Pacquiao fight. But I think him and Pacquiao may not fight through 2021. Because if he really wants to fight Ferguson and Khabib, and I'll get there in a minute, he would do them 2 times. And now Floyd, they said that he was going to take the Mexican dates back from Canelo. But if Canelo locked down the fight with Billy Joe Saunders first, that won't happen. So Mayweather going to take some other dates in Vegas, probably in fight Conor McGregor. But I'm not sure what chance Cerrone got versus Conor McGregor. But I do know it's sold out in a matter of minutes. And people wondering why Floyd Mayweather is fighting Conor McGregor is because He a ticket puller. He's a character. You know what I'm saying? You know, and him and Mayweather sell. Now, last time, a lot of people didn't know, it didn't sell out. And one of the reasons it didn't sell out is because they overpriced the tickets. They were higher than Manny Pacquiao tickets for Floyd Mayweather. You know, so we got to see how it really turned out with that. But, you know, Floyd is going to be looking to take on the winner of McGregor and Cerrone, I think, first. I think they're anticipating Conor McGregor wins the fight. MMA and combat sports and boxing, kickboxing, anything can happen. But they looking to make that rematch. And I think that's one of the reasons why Floyd Mayweather carried Conor McGregor. I do. I think that's one of the reasons Floyd Mayweather carried Conor McGregor the way he did, because they know down the line that they were going to do a rematch. Now, Conor McGregor also said that he wants to get a world title in boxing. And he also, you know, talked about fighting Floyd again, think he could beat Floyd. And he also talked about, you know, it wasn't right to fight Pacquiao, and maybe that's something they look down the line to do is fight Pacquiao. But he also mentioned that he would still like to box Paulo Malignaggi. And even after Malignaggi lost a bare knuckle fight to his boy, I don't think that's, you know, satisfaction enough for Conor McGregor. So if he do get in the ring with Paulo Malignaggi, that's a good money fight. So he said he wants to box. You know, he didn't really say multiple times, but he mentioned multiple fighters. So I guess if the Floyd Mayweather fight fall through, he'll look at Manny Pacquiao. If the Manny Pacquiao fight fall through, he'll look at Malignaggi. But if he beat Floyd, maybe he's looking at a few of those other fights. Or if Floyd decides not to come back, maybe then he's looking at Pacquiao. And then he's looking at Paulo Malignaggi, which the Paulo Malignaggi fight, I think, is a fight that he should take because it got a great backstory. Paulie really wanted. Paulie on down is retired. Got hand issues. He ain't got to worry about getting knocked out versus Paulie. And he shouldn't unless it's a fatigue stoppage. So, you know, that's something that he brought up as well with actually fighting Paulo Malignaggi and Manny Pacquiao. So he intends to box again. And he has a contingency plan, you know, other than Floyd Mayweather to get in the boxing ring. And he says he has ambitions on being a billionaire. But him and Floyd, I wonder where they get lazy on this promotion. I think there's really people out there thinking that Conor almost beat Floyd. I think now looking at it, I figure Floyd carried him. Just watching the fight, I think Floyd carried him to build up a rematch. But like I said, Floyd can roll into a Khabib Ferguson winner as well. You know what I'm saying? That's something they also looking at. I think if Floyd don't want to get in the ring with Manny Pacquiao, I think he will fight McGregor in the winner, Cerrone McGregor. Then after that, I think he will fight Khabib and Tony Ferguson. I think Khabib ran up on him in Russia and told him he wanted to box him. However that happened, they was there for a boxing match. TMT Money Team. And yeah, like I said, with Khabib, good fighter. Love him in the MMA ring. One of my favorite MMA fighters to watch. I watched Tony Ferguson too as well. That should be a really, really good fight. I think Khabib should get the dub. But going in the boxing ring with Floyd Mayweather, I don't think neither one of them got a chance. I think you have to get a bigger MMA fighter in there like Masvidal or Nate Diaz, who really got good striking backgrounds. I think you get in there with Floyd, a bigger guy. But with Khabib, he don't have enough boxing skills. I mean, he was outstriking Conor McGregor in spots when they fought. But, you know, he do got the mindset and he do got the tenacity. But if they got in the MMA ring, obviously all of these dudes who watch Floyd, I don't think Floyd got a wrestling background. I don't think Floyd got a kickboxing background or nothing like that. Now, you have some boxers that have wrestling and kickboxing backgrounds. I mean, you got Kermit Cintron, who was a wrestler. You got Crawford, who used to wrestle. His sons wrestle. You got Dillian White, Sergey Lipinets, Jarrell Miller, who all did kickboxing. The Klitschko brothers did kickboxing. So there are boxers, and probably them the ones I know about that have multiple martial arts backgrounds. So I think they could do good going over to MMA. But MMA, it's a different type of game. Even for guys that train with martial arts but don't compete in MMA, it's limited, just like boxing is in its own certain way. But I don't really think McGregor. I don't think Khabib and Floyd will sell like that. I don't know why. I just think because Khabib don't really talk a lot, that it wouldn't sell. But maybe just because Khabib is probably considered one of the pound for pound best and one of the baddest men on the planet, people will buy into it, you know. But he got to get past Tony Ferguson. But Dana White and Floyd is working on multiple things together. And obviously you seeing a lot of different, MMA boxing crossovers, but the MMA fighters don't make enough money in the octagon, and they don't have enough clout to bring Floyd to the octagon. So for people expecting Floyd to get in the octagon with some of these guys, that's stupid. Why would he do that at 40-something years old? He said he can get Tyron Woodley to help him, John Jones to help him. That's years of experience knowing how to wrestle. You can't just get that in 6 months or a training camp or a year. That's multiple years of perfecting your craft, man. So, like I said before, the money is in the boxing ring. We see it. And, Manny Pacquiao, low-key trying to get the MMA fighters as well. But one thing about Floyd, it just shows you that, him and Al make a great business team. Manny Pacquiao, is trying to do what he do, but he supposed to be the fighter of the decade. Or he supposed to be the fighter last decade, but he signed to Floyd. He doing everything. He following everything that Floyd doing. You know what I'm saying? He's still chasing Floyd through, for 3 decades almost. So, Dana White, at the end of the day, he know in his sport the loss don't mean nothing. Even in the boxing arena and MMA, his fighters going to continue to go on. So I think Dana White going to get a taste of that money. And I think it's also going to boost the UFC clout as well. But, you got to ask yourself, what platform is these fights going on? Is Walt Disney going to come in here and give Floyd a whole bunch of money to cross over and fight on ESPN and do it through the ESPN Plus? Or they going to just split it up and they going to do some fights on Showtime, they going to do some fights on Fox? Or, are they going to just do half and half? PBC and then go to ESPN? That's the question. What platform is going to launch these fights? And I think Walt Disney going to go in the back and get Floyd to come over there, in my humble opinion, man. But, hey, it is what it is. Let's check the article links in the description. All that info will be right there. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to our email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request, or any of the social media links in the description. If there's a social media link that I'm missing, let me know, and I'll add it for the page. But other than that, man, want to make a donation, that link's in the description as well. Best way to donate, share the video. Once again, don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Help Blaze, at thehelpblaze.com. And yeah, get 18% off the 100% all natural products. But let me know what you guys thought about the video, and thinking about Pacquiao trying to backdoor Floyd and get McGregor and Floyd and McGregor rematch possibly coming, and more MMA crossovers. You with it? You don't like it? You don't care? You're not going to watch? You're going to watch. One time for the one time. Goodfellas Sports TV. We gone.